Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. Great morning. Woo, it's a brand new day, y'all. It's a new day. It's a new day. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited about this word, you guys. Great morning, April. How are you, gorgeous? So good to see you. Yes, yes. Listen, y'all. Listen, Linda, listen. Please go ahead and share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. I'm going to do the same. So while you guys are sharing, I'm going to be sharing. Let me share. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Okay. Hold on. One of my stools is not in position. I can't put my foot over there. Normally, I balance myself out. Listen, yo. All right, let me share. Oh, I came with some good news today. I came with some good news today. All right, y'all. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. I want to see where we at. Where we at? Where we at in the world? Where we at in the States? Where we at? Hey, Jackie in North Carolina. I love you, boo. Listen, who else we got on this morning? Who else is on this morning? Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Where are you in the world? Let me know where you are. We've got Florida. My baby said, I need some good news. I got you. I got you. I got you. I absolutely have you. My husband listened, Ebony. My husband said, Ebony didn't call you this morning. He said, normally she called you early in the morning. Hey, Mike. Good to see you. So far we've got Florida, we've got North Carolina, we've got Kentucky, we've got Cali. Listen, we hitting it. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, listen, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started because I really want to get into this word. Look, you guys, it's time to get what? Alive. We getting alive over here. We getting alive. We getting alive. Listen, if you haven't tried alive, if you don't have some alive, you need to make sure you get you some alive. Whether you get apple cinnamon or apple beach cherry, Alive ABC, or the regular, the original, listen, you need some Alive in your life. The benefits are incredible. I'm just telling you, if y'all haven't watched, me talk about the products and people share their testimonies, last night we launched April's business again, and we talked about some testimonies from the products. You don't want to miss it. Get you some Alive, and we've got a promotion going where you get a bottle of each and all 7 of our Power 7 sprays. Y'all, you want to get that pack, and it's only $100. Y'all, don't play with it. Get with the person that that's in the business. If that's me, do that. If it's someone else, then get with them. Ask them if they shared this video, then ask them, how do I get their live? Michelle, you need to get with Ebony so you can order you some, girl. I'll help you place the order for her. I'll help you place the order. We'll help you. We'll get you taken care of. And we're coming to Kentucky. So, that's the other thing. So, go on and get you some so you can experience it. Then when we come, we can talk about it. Okay. All right, y'all, here we go. Y'all know what we do. Shot, 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 shot. Everybody shake, shake, shake. Shake the devil off. ABC. It's the easiest 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, do, re, mi, ABC. 1, 2, 3. Alive, you and me. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Listen, y'all know what we do. We shake it up, pour it up, and boom, 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 boom. Drink it up. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Yeah, here we go. Listen, I feel a turn up in my spirit, y'all. Here's to not fainting because God is working. I will call on the name of the Lord. Let me pour my baby up. Here he is.
Baby already.
Hey, Mister, you've been on my mind. Mister,
don't hit me with the sugar Gabriel anymore.
You're one of a kind, girl, Mister.
This ain't no sugar Gabriel P you got me.
No, baby. Oh, babe, take your shot. All right, y'all. Listen. Today's drive-by. I literally, great morning, Christina. Russellville trying to show out. I'm like, Russell on Fireville. That's what we're gonna say.
We got 3 on there.
Yeah, Russellville is in full effect, huh? They're showing out. Tamar, you absolutely can get you some Alive, girl. Honey, listen, hit me up and I will get you some order. We got a promotion going right now where you get 2 bottles, a regular and an Apple Beach cherry flavored, and you get the 2 bottles and all 7 sprays, $460 worth of product for $100, but it's only good until the 31st, right? So I want you all to take advantage of that, and you can lock that price in for life. For life.
I feel like fish and grits this morning.
That sounds amazing to me, baby. That sounds absolutely amazing. All right, you guys, listen. Okay, so, hey, can you pull that stool over here for me so I can prop my leg on it? Thank you.
No, this is the one I was sitting on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you, baby.
We even now.
All right, y'all, listen. So the title of today's drive-by is Don't Faint, God is Working. Now, this morning, something has been going on, right? Something's been going on, and I'm going to tell y'all what's been going on. So if you've ever heard me talk about my daughter, listen, my daughter's absolutely amazing. The girl is the baddest stylist, right? I know. She is incredible, and she's been doing hair since she was 14 years old, I want to say. She started in her bedroom at the house. She started her salon because that was her salon, right? People would come. She have appointments, baby. Do you hear me? She would have people, they would be waiting. She would have a room with 3 or 4 in them doing their hair. She would have Saturday appointments. She had people's mamas coming to the house to get their hair done. And she has a lot of those same clients still today, right? From when she was starting out at 14, right? Now at 25, she's got those clients. So check this out. So we've been talking a lot. She's been calling me a lot. My daughter's a prophet, very much like me. She's very similar to me. We got very similar personalities. It's scary sometimes. It's why I didn't want a girl, because I said, I feel like I'm going to get a me. I got a me, okay? But she's in this place where God has really pulled her to him, right? So we talk every day. Every day we're going to talk probably multiple times a day. When I tell you that girl went from barely calling me to not only calling me every day, but calling me multiple times a day. If I talk to her less than 3 times in a day, something is off, okay? So she called me this morning, and we were talking. And she was asking me some questions. And so, we talk, and she'll call and she'll share what's going on with her, things that are happening in the spirit realm for her. She'll share her thoughts. Yeah. So it's been amazing, right? And so this morning, she said, Mom, keep talking about 5 times, man. I know it's a lot. She calls a lot. Like, I'm telling you, I'll be like, and every time she calls, I'm like, is everything okay? And she's like, yeah, I just called to talk to you. I was like, oh, okay. Because I'll be thinking, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you calling me? What's wrong? Listen, it's amazing. I'm loving it. But check this out. So this morning she said, Mom, tell you what I'm going to do. She said, I'm going to send you some money, and this is just for you. You don't have to pay it back. I'm just sending this to you. I said, oh, okay. Okay. She was like, yeah, I felt that real strong in my spirit that, I was supposed to send that to you, And I was thinking about when you were talking about giving to the church and, you are my church, because I get the word from you. I'm like, okay. I said, well, listen, I need you to think of that as not you giving to your mama, but you sowing a seed at the prophet. She said, I already know, mama. I already know. I already was thinking about that. I said, well, listen, I declare 100-fold return on that seed you just sowed, right? Something has shifted. Listen, when I tell y'all, don't quit, don't give up because God is working. I know, don't faint. Listen, I know that sometimes we look at situations and circumstances and we feel like nothing's happening, right? Because we don't see the immediate fruits of the labor. Literally, I'm talking to her and she's talking about conversations we had a decade ago. Conversations, I'm telling you, 10 years ago conversations. She remembers the conversations. She's talking about things that I told her, a long time. Like literally, I'm like, what is going on? Y'all, I know we get frustrated and we get tired when it comes to dealing with people, but I'm telling you, don't faint because God is working. I don't know what your situation is that you're dealing with, or I might. But what I'm going to tell you is don't faint. Don't give up and don't quit. Y'all, God has the ability to shift everything. Now, I don't know if I shared this with you guys. I think I did, that I've been listening to Napoleon Hill's chapter 3 on faith every day. Every day I listen to it. Every day. That's our assignment this week, is every day to listen to chapter 3 of Napoleon Hill, which is his faith chapter. So I listen to that chapter every day. And so what we know is faith comes by hearing, right? And hearing by the word of God. But it's not just the word of God that will change us. It's what we hear, period, right? If you're putting good stuff in, then you're going to be shifted in a more positive direction. If you're putting stuff that is not as productive in, then you're going to be hit, you're going to move towards that direction. Like your experience in life is dictated by what you're listening to. What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you paying attention to? What's in your ear gates? Listen, Rose. So you get it. Y'all, listen. So my husband and I were talking, and I was telling him, I said, yeah, I said, she said, you're my only friend. She said, well, you're not my only friend, but you know what I mean? And I said, girl, I ain't your friend. Remember I told you, I am not your friend, okay? I am your mama, right? But I am her friend, right? Adult children, there's a transition that happens where they go from just being your child to you all determining what your relationship is going to be. And so our relationship is, we have a friendship, my kids talk to me about everything, though. My kids talk to me about everything. I try to keep the door open so that whatever's going on in their life, they can talk to me about it without feeling like I'm going to judge them. I try to be as judgment free as possible. I'm going to articulate if it's something I feel like is not the best. I may, say, well, I don't know if that's the best move. I may point out some of the downfalls of it. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to beat them up about their choices, right? Because their choices are their choices. And she asked me a question today that really kind of sparked this even more. She said, Mom, what were you like at 25? I started thinking back to 25, and I clearly went to a specific place. I said, whoop. Wow. So at 25, I already had 2 children. I had been married. I actually separated from my husband when I was 25. Was dating somebody, and listen, had a couple of incidents where it was about to pop off, baby, pop off in the club. It was about to pop off in the club, baby. Do you hear me? I was ready to fight, honey, to the point where they grabbed me. And I've shared some of that, right? And so as I was talking, she said, I would love to have met 25-year-old me. My sister said you was hot and ready. And was, baby. But listen, so when I look at my daughter, and she went through a phase where she didn't really like no clothes, honey. She was gonna have it on. It was gonna be skimpy. Her booty cheeks was gonna be out, right? I couldn't be mad at her because I remember that season in my life. I remember being like, I don't care what anybody thinks. This is my body, and if I want to wear it, I'm gonna wear it. Like, I remember that, right? Very vividly. Like, people still talk about some of my outfits that I used to wear, right? Michelle said, that's me and my sons. There's no limits of what they talk to me about. I mean, no limits. I know, girl. Like, some of the stuff you'd be like, well, I don't know if I really wanted to know that part right there. But you know. Right, Rose. So I'm watching this transition happen in our lives because this is the same child that ran away off and on for a year. This is the same child that I'm talking about. We would have knockdown drag outs. Listen, when I tell you knockdown drag outs, knockdown drag outs. This is the same child that a year ago, a year ago, honey, I blocked her behind. Do you hear what I'm telling you? I blocked her. Don't even call me the disrespect, honey. This is the same child. You understand? So we went from all of that, right, to her having an enlightening. Something's happened. You talking about did you change your attire? I definitely did. I definitely did. Whew, I definitely did. It's still gonna fit. I'm still listen. By some standards, I'm inappropriate, but I definitely did. Everybody said, yes, she did. Because all you got to do is look at my daughter, and some of the stuff she wears. Now, I don't think I was as skimpy as what she wore, but if I wasn't, I was close. Listen, I'm telling you. So I'm watching God work in a relationship that was really important to me, but you never knew which way it was going to go. And I'm watching him take that relationship and use that relationship to show me some things, right? To show me, God's been doing this thing where he's been showing me the impact I have on people's lives, right? Whether they ever say it or not. I was talking to a friend of mine from high school, and he was talking about how I inspired him. He was talking about how I inspired him to get his PhD and to teach college. He was talking about how he never thought that he would do that. He never thought that he would be able to do that. And now he's a tenured full professor. And he said, you don't know this, and I've never said anything, but I always watched you. And I've watched you do what you do. I watched you get your degrees. I watched you teach at colleges. I've watched you travel and speak and publish books. And, he's like, I'm like, man, and you don't know, but there was a competition. I didn't know there was a competition. And I was competing with you. And I said, she did it again. Oh no, I got to step up. And I was like, wow, it really shocked me. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Great morning. So that was one conversation. And then I had another conversation, and the person was telling me, oh yeah, I've been watching you. And I'm like, okay. And they were talking about listen, I had about 3 conversations yesterday where people were talking about watching me, right? Talking about my consistency and talking about how consistent I am with doing the drive-by. Even if I started late, I'm gonna do it, right? And I'm like, wow, God, you don't realize that God is working, right? So there are days when I don't want to do the drive-by, y'all. I'll just be honest with you. There are days when I just want to stay in the bed. I don't want to get up and do the drive-by. I just want to lay in the bed. And God's like, no, get up, right? There are days when I don't want to talk about my life and the things that I've gone through or what I'm going through, because I don't necessarily, I know people think I just want to tell my business. I really don't. Like, it's some stuff that I would rather not tell. And it's some stuff that I tell that after I tell it, I'm like, I need to take that down, because I feel like that's weaponage. You know, that's going to be weaponized, right? But I can't. You all don't faint. See, you think that the stuff that you're doing is not being noticed, that it's not making an impact, that no one's paying attention. People are watching you. And you don't have to be all over social media for people to be watching you. People will watch you on your job. They'll watch you in church. They'll watch you in the community. They'll watch you in the gym. People are watching you. And you need to know that people are watching you. And you may think that the things that you do, the good that you do in the world is unnoticed, right? It may be that the people that you do good for don't say thank you, or it seems like they don't appreciate it. But somebody is watching you. Somebody is watching you, and they are learning, and they are looking, and they're trying to figure out how is it that they've been able to do what they're doing, from with where they came from, with what they've gone through, with what they're going through. How is it that they're still able to have a smile on their face? People are watching you. They want to know the secret. What is the secret to it? How is it that you can do that? Great morning, Evelyn. April said, I've been told that over and over again. Absolutely. Because you know what? The reality is we don't see ourselves the way people see us. We see our flaws. We see the stuff that we don't do. We see when we are disobedient and rebellious, but we don't know that people are looking at us, and what they see, it's not what we see. We can see the flaws and we can focus on that stuff, but what they're seeing, listen, not one time did this man say, yeah, you know, you always do a drive-by, but you be late. Not one time did he say late. His focus was on my consistency in doing what I do. Now I'll be like, I'm late. Do I need to adjust my time? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the best time. Like, I'm trying to figure it out, right? His thing is, I'm doing it. And sometimes what we'll do is we'll shut down and stop doing. Babe, can you come and give me the plug? Because oh, no, man, here it is. I got it, baby. Hopefully it'll reach this direction. Babe, it's not going to reach. Can you come and give me the cord so I can plug up the laptop? Thank you, boo. Phoenicia said, I get that all the time. People always say they are watching me. Absolutely. It was coming from over the top, but.
Here I am to save the day.
Mr. You've been on my mind.
You know I'm going to stop drinking from you, right? Keep on saying Suge Avery. You just keep on saying Suge Avery.
No, babe, that was Celie that did that. That was Celie.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Maybe we'll start drinking again.
Listen, so don't faint. I know it may not be the results you desire right now. You may not be seeing what you want to see. Jacob just laughed at Rev. Hey, Jacob. That's my baby. It may not be the results you want to see right now, but it doesn't mean that God is not working behind the scenes. What I've learned is God is always working behind the scenes. And not only is he working, he's working for our good. God's working. Don't faint. Don't give up. Don't quit. I want y'all to understand. You know, I think sometimes we feel some type of way because we're not perfect, or we're not doing everything exactly like we want to do it, or it's not showing up the way we want it to show up, or, you know, it's not getting the results that we want it to get in that moment. But y'all, can I encourage you today? I just want to encourage you and let you know that God is working behind the scenes. God is working, and you're going to begin to see more of the manifestations of the work that you've done, the seeds that you've sown. You cannot sow in good soil and never get a harvest. I'm telling you, and never get a harvest. That's not how God works. So just know that in the midst of everything that's going on in your life, there's something that God is doing behind the scenes that's designed to push you into into that next dimension. Saturday, I'm doing the Destiny Driven Masterclass. Let me go ahead and put this up here. I'm gonna put that up too. Let me go on and put this up here. I'm doing the Destiny Driven Masterclass, right? And yes, Nikki, just show up. That's it. I'm doing the Destiny Driven Masterclass because I realized something. See, not only are people watching me, but literally God has been He's given me the ability to see, to help other people get to their destiny, to craft their destiny roadmap, right? We all have a destiny, and there are many paths that we can take to get there, okay? There are many ways to get to a single destination, right? But God has given me a roadmap that people can use to create their personalized journey, their personalized roadmap to their destiny. You don't have to do it like me. You don't have to do exactly what I do. You don't have to do it the way I do it. But God has a plan. And in the plan, He will strategically position you in places at particular times for a reason. So, my beautiful Dr. Ama, okay? Dr. Nikki Harris, listen, let me tell you something. God positioned me in a place to be able to be a blessing to her when she was starting her graduate journey. Now, this is what I love about God. Just because the journey doesn't go the way you think it's going to go doesn't mean the journey didn't go the way God needed it to go. Y'all understand? We think, I thought I would be at the University of Nebraska. I thought that I would, first of all, I really wanted to be at Kentucky State University. I wanted to be a tenured faculty member at Kentucky State University. I wanted to stay there. I wanted to work at an HBCU. That was my heart's desire. The president said, ma'am, you do what you got to do, honey, because, you know, we can't match that offer that they gave you. We're not even finna try to match it. We're not even trying to finna offer you nothing extra, okay? So, baby, you know, you have to do what you have to do. Do what's best for you. I said, did she say, do what's best for you? Basically, she said, okay, baby, well, you go and do what you got to do. Okay, so I go to Nebraska, and I really do plan. And it started rough, y'all. It started rough. When I first got there, come on, y'all, they thought I had sold the secretary's checks. Honey, come on. That I had done gone in their purses and took their checks, the secretary's checks, that I had took the secretary's checks. I'm not saying it because they were secretaries, but y'all, listen, I am a tenure track faculty member. But because I'm Black and the stuff came up missing and I had just gotten there, they assumed that the Black people did it, right? Me or my graduate student who had visited with me. We must have done it. We must have taken the money. That journey at Nebraska was a lot. It was a lot. I went through a lot. I went through a lot on multiple sides, right? I went through a lot because I'm discovering my way as a faculty member. I'm discovering my way as an advisor. I'm discovering my way as a mother. I'm discovering my way. I'm discovering my way. I was 27. I was 27 when I got there. 27 years old. I'm a tenure track assistant professor, right? 27. And I'm trying to navigate. As a 20-something-year-old, I mean, think about that. As a 20-something-year-old, I'm teaching college classes. I've got students older than me. My colleagues are all significantly older than me. I'm a baby to them. I'm a baby. But I'm carrying all this weight because, you know, it was never just me. You know, it was never just, I never had the opportunity for it to just be me, the person. It was me, the Black female. It was me, the first generation college graduate. It was me, the trailblazer, the forerunner, the first African-American female faculty member, the first African-American faculty member in the department. It was me, like that. That was all the roles that I had. And I had to figure some things out the hard way. I just had to do it. I had to show up. I had to be present. I had to take the journey, and I didn't get it all right. I didn't get it all right. I didn't understand how to navigate it. Like I wanted to help people so much that I wanted to control their life because I didn't want them to get caught up in anything. I wanted them to be able to be successful. I wanted them to know quantitative research methods. Okay, can I just be honest? I wanted them to know quantitative research methods. Now y'all listen, y'all know Black people don't be running to know numbers and statistics, right? They're like, we just want to do qualitative research. I said, you need to know both. You need to know both. You need to know both of them. Never be limited by what you know, right? You know how to do both, so whichever one you need, you can use. Both have value, but don't be limited because you just were afraid to stretch, to learn, right? So they would be mad with me. But that season was necessary. It was necessary. It was necessary because it gave them an understanding of some things that they might not otherwise have gotten. You made me value quant. Thanks. Listen, all of it's important. All of it is important because listen, y'all, the way God has set me up, I'm never one thing. I'm never one thing. Anyone who's known me any period of time knows I'm never one thing. I'm never just in one area. Any assessment that I take, it's never, you know how some people just be clear cut this? No. I'm always multiple things and they're all like almost right about the same score, right? I'm never one thing. I've always been multi-talented. I've always been that. I've always been interested in, good at, not just interested in, but good at a lot of things. Yes, I'm a great writer and orator, right? But I'm also great with math. Like I love math. I love science. Like I love all of that. I also love theater. I love music. I love all of it. All of those things are a part of what makes me me. And see, you got to understand that while you're trying to be one thing, because the world says you just need to be one thing, just be one thing. Well, what happens when that one thing is no longer the thing that's producing for you? You're limited and you don't have any place to go. That's why it's good to have multiple streams of income. It's good to know who you are and create a unique niche. See, that's the thing that separates me from a lot of people. I'm not that coach that's going to tell you, oh, you need to focus on one thing. I'll never tell you that. You need to figure out how the things that God has blessed you to be able to do and be good at work together to create your own unique niche. That's what you need. You need to see how it comes together. You need the strategy for how it comes together. And that's what led me to Destiny Driven Masterclass. Listen, I created this masterclass because I'm looking for a me, right? I'm looking for a me. What is it that I wish I'd had? What is it that I wish that someone had been able to give me to help me navigate my journey? Not to try to make me into them, but to help me navigate the complexities of who I was created to be. What is that? So that's what I sought God for. I said, God, I need to help people like me. When people say, who's your audience? Who's your audience? You know, is it women? Is it men? Is what age group is it? And they say, you need to identify your audience. Well, you know what I realized was my audience was me. Multi-talented entrepreneurs, multi-talented people that didn't understand how all the pieces of their life work together, but they knew that they loved and liked all of these things, and yet they didn't know how it all went together because it don't look like it go together. I'm a prophet, but I'm also an educator. But listen, I love statistics, I love numbers, I love science, but I'm also a prophet. I'm an apostle, but I love the marketplace. I'm always going to be an entrepreneur. I'm always going to be in some business. I'm always going to be doing something. So I'm not just spiritual and I'm not just business. I'm this unique combination, hybrid, multifaceted person who is looking to help other people like me figure out how they work together so that they can get to their destiny. Because everything about you, your personality type, your strengths, your areas of challenge, your saboteurs, your love languages, your gratitude, how you do gratitude, how you do forgiveness, all of these things are a part of the unique formula that makes you. And I don't know if you think God is surprised by that stuff or he's disappointed in that stuff. God knows us. every single thing about us, knows everything that we're going to do, every step we're going to make, every decision we're going to make, everything, all of it, the good and what we would consider the bad. He knows it all, and all of it has purpose, and that purpose is to get us to our destiny. It's to get us to our destiny. Rose said, girl, me too. Listen, never, right? Come on, Rose. Listen. And he loves all of you. He loves every single thing about you. He loves you. And the fact that we are so hard on ourselves is because religion has told us that you need to be hard on yourself. No, you need to love you. That doesn't mean love you and then just do whatever or stay the same, but you need to love you enough that you're willing to make the adjustments that you need to make to become the version of you that you need to be for your destiny. Yes, baby. Working for our good even when we don't think so. Absolutely. So, getting to destiny means learning how to value all of the pieces of you and seeing how those pieces work together to get you to the destiny that God has already established. So in Jeremiah 29:11, when he says, for I know the plans that I have for you, plans for good and not evil, to give you a hope and a future and to bring you to an expected end. Destiny's that expected end. He knows where you're going, and everything in your life has purpose. Nothing is wasted unless you let it be wasted, because you refuse to grow, to learn, to stretch. Dr. Nikki's mom, I love that lady. Listen, and she loved her some me too, honey. I remember Nikki saying, Mama asked about you. And I said, Veronica? She said, yeah. She said, one thing about her, she ain't never gonna let no grass grow under her feet. Nothing's gonna stop her. And that's the truth, y'all. That's the truth. I've learned how to take the things that life throws at me, whatever life gives me, and use it, right? And use it and turn it into something that has value. And one thing I won't do is give up on me. But guess what else I won't do? Give up on you. I believe in you. Yes, Rose, we are unstoppable. And I believe in you guys. I believe in you. I believe that you're going to get there. I believe that you have everything in you that you need to get there. You're just trying to figure out the measurements and the recipe. You got the ingredients. You just need the recipe, right? And that's what Destiny Driven Masterclass does, is it gives you the recipe and it helps you figure out your specific measurements, right? Your specific measurements, right? Because everyone's formula is not the same. There's some basic ingredients that we all have, but they're not all exactly alike. But y'all, we're destined to get there. Destiny is our birthright. It is our portion. So you can give up on yourself and you can give up on people and you can give up on your dreams, or you can make a decision that you figure out, that you create your destiny roadmap. Destiny Driven Masterclass is just designed to help you do that. To give you some basic steps, right, that God gave me. And he said, share this. Yes, we are destined for greatness. Moving through uncertainty is where the possibilities lie. Faith, absolutely, absolutely. Destiny is a future with much expectation, even with my phone or technical issues. Come on, Summerlin, absolutely. And look, listen, this is why I tell y'all don't faint. Let me tell y'all something. There are people who are so close to breakthrough, but never get it because they quit right before the breakthrough happens. I never want to be that person where I was so close to the promise, but I quit. That's in business, that's spiritually, that's in relationship. I'm like, God, you get me together, get me together, get me together. What do you need to do in me? And that's what he's doing. I don't want you to faint when it comes to what God is doing in the people in your life, in their lives. But I really don't want you to faint with what God is doing in your life and what God is doing in you. Don't faint on that. God has the ability to take everything that we go through and turn it into a beautiful masterpiece. All the broken pieces, the trauma, the things that we don't even talk about, right? That people may not even know about. God wants all of the broken pieces so he can put it together. You know, the thing about a stained glass window is there's no stained glass window without broken pieces. And it's the combination of the broken pieces and how they're put together that creates this beautiful visual experience. Just like the quilt is many pieces, scraps that are cut up and sewn together, but it creates this beautiful thing that keeps you warm when you're cold. It builds a unique legacy. No two quilts are exactly the same, just like no two of us are exactly the same. Don't fight the mosaic of your life. Destiny driven, being destiny driven, and your destiny driven roadmap is not about just a straight line. It's about taking all the pieces of your life and putting them together and making them make sense so that you can see how they're all working for your good. So, yes, Rose, beauty for ashes. Hey, prophetess, how are you, gorgeous? We've got to be able to give them to God, though, right? We got to be able to lay them out and look at them. So you can't see what pieces you're working with if you're afraid to lay them out and look at them. So when I share with you all and I talk about trauma that I've experienced or things that I'm going through and how it's affecting me, it's because I know I'm not the only one that's dealing with this stuff. But most people won't talk about it, right? They won't talk about it. Well, you're getting to watch God take all the broken pieces of my life, all the scraps, all the mess of my life, and turn it into something beautiful. And not only beautiful, but functional and serving his people, right? I don't want y'all to miss it. I don't want y'all to miss it. I don't want you to miss your value. I don't want you to miss what God is doing in your life. And I don't want you to miss the opportunity to figure out, how do I take all these pieces that seem like they don't go together and create something that I know this is my destiny. This is what I'm supposed to do. I want to see you in the class. The class is this Saturday, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 to 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, 11 to 1:30 Central Standard Time, and 12, 11, 10, 9 to 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. I want to see you in the class. The class is only $50, you guys. It's only $50. Afterpay is available. That's $12.50 every 2 weeks, you guys. Or listen, you can do the VIP, which is $88. Those double eights. 8 is new beginnings, right? 5 is grace. The double 8, and what you get is you get the class and you get a 1-hour individual session with me where we get to talk through what you learned and whatever you want to talk about for that hour. Like, that's your hour, which would normally be $125 for 50 minutes, 55 minutes. Okay. So listen, y'all, I want to see you there. I know this. I know that God has a plan and I'm super excited about it. Look, now, let me say this. If you guys have not gotten you some Alive and our Power 7 sprays, this is the time to get it while it's on sale. And we've got a promo for $100 for 2 bottles of Alive, regular and ABC, Applebee's Cherry, right? For 2 bottles of Alive and all 7 sprays for $100. Listen, even if you don't know if you want it, right? Support the person that you know that's in the business, support them and purchase a pack. Just purchase it to support them. You all, we really are in a contest. We're trying to get 10 customers. We've got to have 10 customers this month to have our perfect 10 and to walk across the stage at convention. Help us do that. Help us do that, right? I don't feel like that's a lot to ask. Help us do that. By purchasing that pack, that's the easiest way to do it. You get the most product and the most value, and you can lock that price in by establishing a smart chip. You can always cancel it. Cancellation is free, but you can use the products and see, is this something I want to keep doing, right? Set your smart chip up so that you have that option. Look, know this, you all. Know that I love you. Know that I'm excited about what God is doing in your life, and I believe in you. I believe you're going to get to destiny. I believe you're going to get to the other side. Let's do it together. Join the class on Saturday, bit.ly/Destiny Driven 2004, all lowercase. And listen, if the word has blessed you and you want to sow a seed, right? You can do that at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. You all have an absolutely amazing and incredible day. And know this. Know that I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Be blessed. Mwah.